Okay, I see two people. Okay, let's start, all right, with these two people that we have. Okay, the first thing we're doing today is English, all right? So, I'm going to show you, okay, let's go to Futureland, all right? And we're opening the new objective, all right? Okay, so it says, hello, comrades. After 3 days of listening practice training your hearing sense, I think you will all be ready to get into Limersum, the first futuristic city on the island. While walking the streets of the city, you hear people talking, and you realize that they speak some kind of futuristic English. They use future expressions that you know. They use will and want. But they also use other expressions, and you think, I thought that will and want was the magic English word to express the future. That's what I learned in 4th of primary. Are you ready to discover other types of future? So basically what we're doing today is learning that there are different expressions for the future, okay? If we go to Tarea, you can watch this video later, and I want you to pay attention to the orange expressions, okay? That are different expressions in the future. Okay, we're in this second point, the explanation video, all right? So in this video, I want to explain you, where is it? Here, okay, English. I want you to open the English book, okay? And we're going to Unit 5, to the story. In this story, I highlighted some expressions in yellow that are expressions in the future, okay? So I want you to read the story, okay? And pay attention to these expressions. Will need, will pick up, the park will be safe, the river will be, I'll remove. All these expressions are built with the magic word that we learned in 4th of primary, that is will, okay? Will need is the contraction of we will need. Will pick up is the contraction for we will pick up. The park will be safe. The river will be clean. And I'll remove, that is the contraction for I will remove, all right? But we have two expressions here, I'm calling and I'm having, that don't contain will, but they are in future too. These structures, I'm calling, that is the contraction for I am calling, and I'm having, the contraction form of I am having, it's the structure of the present continuous. But the present continuous can also have a future meaning, okay? If we turn the page over and we go to the page 48, you will see the explanation of the grammar point of using will and want in the future, that says use will and want to make predictions about the future. So basically will and want are used to make predictions about the future, okay? In a situation in which the person has got a thought about something that is happening, but we don't really know if that is coming true or not. In the story of Professor and Chip, we have the professor that is installing some kind of device inside Chip's head, and the professor makes a prediction. He says, it will make him very clever. This is his personal opinion. He doesn't really know if this is making Chip more clever, okay, or not, all right? So I just wanted to check if it's working. Okay, and I see that there are 5 people now. Excellent. All right, so let's go back to the, where is it? Here, okay, to Chip's story. In the second frame, the professor says, now Chip will know how to do everything. Well, that's his personal opinion. He doesn't really know if Chip will know how to do everything. It's what he thinks. And he also affirms he won't make mistakes. The professor believes that Chip is working absolutely perfectly, all right? But Again, this is his prediction, his hypothesis. So we're using will and want. In the last frame, we see how Chip is making some mistakes while cleaning the laboratory. So the professor says this expression: I think Chip will always get things wrong. Okay, so no matter what inventions or what improvements I make on Chip, that he will continue making things wrong. All right, so basic idea, all right, is that will and want are used to make predictions in the future. If we go to the next page, to page 49, I can't make this bigger, let's say. All right. Okay, so here we have a conversation about a boy and a girl, Jack and Ellie, that are making plans, okay, for today. Because the present continuous with future meaning is used to talk about future plans and arrangements, okay? So when we talk with the person to make a future plan about something that we both are making an agreement about, is when we're using the future with the present continuous. In this conversation, Jack asks a question to Ellie. He says, "What are you doing this afternoon?" And Ellie says, "Dad and I are taking all our rubbish to the recycling center." "Can my sister and I come with you? We've got lots of rubbish too." "Sure, we're leaving at 2 o'clock. Let's meet outside your house." Okay, so these expressions, what are you doing? Dad and I are taking. We're leaving. This is the structure that we use in the present continuous, because in the present continuous, I can ask the question, what are you doing right now? But if I change the time and I say, what are you doing this afternoon? It takes this future meaning. And Ellie answers, Dad and I are taking all the rubbish to the recycling center. Vamos a llevar. So this has a future meaning, all right? And here, sure, we're leaving at 2 o'clock, okay? Saldremos, o vamos a salir, a las 2 de la tarde, okay? So when we want to express a plan or an arrangement, an agreement about something that we are doing in the future, we use the present continuous, all right? So this is basically the explanation, all right? The next thing you have to do in Classcraft is copying the diagram, okay, in the notebook about the future tense. So if you click here, you will have this diagram that I prepared for you, okay? And here you can see that there are 4 expressions or 4 possible forms to express the future, all right? We explained will and want in the book. And will and want, let's remember, it's used to make predictions, also to express hopes, and we can also use it to express spontaneous ideas. For example, if I look through the window and I see that the sky is gray, which is in Valladolid today, I can predict, I think it will rain. But I don't really know if this is coming true or not. So it's my personal prediction and I use will. Also, we can use it to express hopes or desires, okay? So I always hope that my students, you won't fail, okay? Because I desire that you all pass all the academic year, all right? So it's my hope, but I don't really know if it's coming true, all right? And also, it can be used, will and want, to express spontaneous ideas. For example, if it's hot, I can say, I'll open the window. It's very hot. It's an idea that comes to my mind, okay, spontaneously, all right? It's not something that I plan, that I'm talking and I think, oh, I'll open the window, okay? Let's check how many people we have. Okay, still 5. All right, so let's continue. These 2 expressions, going to and the present continuous that we read in the book, are very similar, okay? We can use them to express arrangements with other people, okay? So plans that we make with another people, for example, with my grandma, and I say, we are visiting grandma today, okay? Or my best friend is coming this afternoon. Going to is very similar to the present continuous. It's what in Spanish we say voy a, vas a, él o ella va a, nosotros vamos a, vosotros vais a, ellos van a. So we use it to express intentions or plans. For example, I'm going to clean my room tonight. Voy a limpiar mi cuarto, voy a ordenar mi cuarto esta noche. It's my intention, okay? It's my plan. Or he's going to study. Él va a estudiar. He has the intention to study later. And finally, the last form to express future is the present simple. And this is the point when you say, but Laura, the present simple? Yes. We can use the present simple to express timetable events, okay? So events that happen in a specific moment because they have a fixed time. For example, cinema sessions, they are established. The film starts at 4, at 6, and at 8 o'clock in the afternoon. School lessons, for example, every day we have our timetable structure at different times. And trains timetables or other means of transport timetables. In these situations, we can use the present simple because we know that this is going to be true. So we can express the future with this type of tense. For example, we can say, maths lesson starts at 10, because we know that it starts at 10. Or the train leaves at 5:30, because we know that it leaves at 5:30. And if we arrive at 5:31, the train will have left. All right? Well, so this is basically the idea for today, okay? Remember, the planning in Craft is first watching this video. If you are watching my explanation now, you don't need to watch it later, but if it helps you, you can watch it again. Then copy the diagram, and finally, to practice the future tense, I opened 2 lessons in Snapit. These lessons are review lessons because it's the review of will and want that we learned in 4th of primary, and the present continuous, but this time not in the present, with the future meaning. All right, you have the link there for Snapit. So I'm going to finish here the English explanation, all right? And what I'm doing now, it's stopping the emission, okay, the broadcast, and I'm going to send you now another link for the natural explanation. Give me 10 minutes, all right? You can start working in English, all right? And I will send you the natural link in 10-15 minutes. Thank you for watching, all right? And see you in 10-15 minutes. Bye-bye.